Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So do me a favor, if you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Also, if you're interested in improving your finances, check out the description below and join the free newsletter. So today we're going to talk about the real reason why you don't have money. The truth. All right, so this is going to be real interesting. The real reason why you don't have money is you and your decisions. So you are responsible for what is happening in your financial world. And so when you take responsibility, you are taking back your power. So that is not to say that all these other things don't exist, because they do. And there's a whole slew of them. For example, there's a difference in pay, as you know, based on gender and even based on color. There's a difference in pay for the same job, the same qualifications, or more than likely, your qualifications are higher. All right. There are things like nepotism on the job, there are things like racism, passing people over for promotion based on color. That's very real. They've been doing that for centuries. Okay, so we got the things like slavery, we got racism, we got being paid less, we don't help each other, we got reparations, which um, is old. All right, we got broken families, people that don't want to get married. Um, Particularly men, some men, you're deciding that marriage is ideal at the age of 50. Or even there are men out here that never been married that are 55, never been married. All right. All of that matters. That matters when it comes to finances, because instead of two people joining as one, you got one person over here and you got one person over here versus two people working together, two people building together. So we got that going on. We got being denied for loans. Um, we have the fact that Blacks have less access to capital when it comes to businesses, building businesses. We have the job layoffs in massive numbers. We have the ideal of stopping the SNAP benefits, and we have the lack of exposure. And then for the older generation, if you look at the older generation, some did not have the chance to go to school. All right. So we got a whole slew of things going on, right? But the purpose of this message is that you can overcome all of that if you look at it as you are responsible for where you are at right now based on your decisions. Instead of waiting around for other people, you can take the power when you take responsibility, right? So, figuring it out, because there are secrets out here. Like I said, there is the lack of exposure, there's a lack of information, figuring it out. And then some people are in tougher situations than others. Some people grow up in different types of households. Um, some people grow up in wealthy households. Other people grow up in poverty. But my point is that you can overcome all of these outside forces if you think of it in terms of you are where you're at because of you and your decisions. Sounds kind of weird, right? Does that sound weird to anybody? Does that sound weird to anybody? So the point of it is that you can overcome. How do you overcome? Shifting the focus to buying assets. So you're buying stocks, you're buying real estate, paying off debt, doing a budget, reading books, listening to podcasts. Speaking of books, I saw a book out there on Amazon that says the secret places that people invest besides stocks and real estate. So I'm going to check that out. I haven't checked that out yet. So we got reading books, we have podcasts, and then, like I said before, finding out the secrets, because there are secrets out here. And of course, some people would like to keep it that way, right? But too bad for them. They can't keep it that way because somebody has written it in a book somewhere. All right. So the real reason why you don't have money is because of you and your decisions. If you look at it like that, you can take your power back instead of waiting around for other people or thinking that someone owes you. For example, someone should give you money, like a relative should give you money. Has anybody ever had that thought before? So taking back your power, taking back your power. And you do that when you are responsible for what is happening in your financial life. Well, like I said before, focusing on buying assets, stocks and real estate, paying off debt, doing a budget, reading books and podcasts, finding out the secrets. So, one interesting thing that I mentioned was the broken families, which is very prevalent in the minority population. Of course, there are good families out here, and those families kind of get overlooked, especially in the media, right? The media is not going to show anything like that. The media is not going to show good men because the media in itself is racist. However, broken families is huge in the minority community, right? And so when you transition into you are where you are at because of you and your decisions, um, kind of weird, right? So did you decide that men are going to wake up at the age of 50? Is that your fault? Or you got 55-year-old men walking around that never been married? Is that your fault? So according to common philosophy, your financial situation has to do with you and your decisions. So say, for example, you are solo out here in the world. You're not waiting around for Anybody. You're going to do this and you're going to do it by yourself. You're going to buy assets. You're going to pay off debt. You're going to do a budget. You're going to read books and podcasts, and you are going to find out the secrets. So, one thing that I like about YouTube is that you can see other people out here that have already done it. And so I see a woman who has 3 kids. She's not married. She's a millionaire. So that just goes to show you that you can overcome and that you can do this. You can do this. There's another woman out here who is already there, and she has 7 kids, but she's married. So 7, I would consider 7 a lot, right? And to be able to become a millionaire with 7 kids, I think that's a great accomplishment. However, the fact that she's married means that she had some kind of help somewhere, right? As opposed to other people, you are solo. So this is all on you. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. So back to the reason why you are in the financial situation that you're in. You and your decisions. When you look at it like that, you can take your power back. You can do something about it and mainly shift your focus. Shift your focus to buying assets. All right. So do me a favor, if you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. If you're interested in improving your finances, check out the description below and join the wait list, the free newsletter. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you on the next video.